starting back at their ABS connection. Have you been backing up at all, sir?
Yeah. We try to run our washer.
Yes.
That's before we had all the cameras and all you guys come out. First, when we first got done with the remodel, we had a guy come in. He snagged it just to clear the line. This is preventative maintenance.
Yes, sir.
So we ran the dryer when he was here. Nothing came up.
Oh no, Devin.
So I say about 2 days later, I went to check a deuce, and I was washing at the same time. The water started bubbling in the damn toilet. So I'm like,
sir, that pipe's broke. That's where the gravel's getting in, boss. The whole top of the pipe right there, see it? Let me see if I can clean some of this crap off. No pun intended. Yeah, look. The whole top of that pipe, brother, gone. Look at it. See it? That's where all your gravel's coming in at. Look at it. Then you got a hole right there. Yeah, that whole top of that pipe. Look at it. It's gone. You got a gap, bud. About that wide. Yeah, sorry. So watch up here. This is the bottom.
Right.
This is 9 o'clock. That's 3 o'clock. This is top. Watch. Look at it. It's gone. There's nothing there. Look at it. See it?
Yeah, the last guy didn't.
It's all gone. Look at it. Oh no. So that's where your gravel's coming from. It's falling in from the top of the pipe, hitting the bottom, and then washing out. Let's see how bad this is where we're at. Oh no, that's not good. Or the only other way that it could enter is if the line's broke. Yes, sir. 9 times out of 10, the plumbers, at least the ones that I've dealt with, I can't speak for the rest of them, they do a pretty darn good job. Sometimes they'll stuff a rag, or they'll put a Fernco cap downstream while they're ground roughing, just to keep that from happening. Or, like I said, the top of the pipe's gone, the bottom of the pipe's gone. We've seen some of it where all the bottom was there, but everything surrounding it, it was completely rotted out. Yes, sir. But that's how you're getting it in there. see.
And the last guy said,
Pipe dope that for me.
there's another cap inside the closet over there.
Yes, sir.
He ran his camera, and it doesn't go back into it runs outside. He said, that is this right here.
Oh, ABS. Did he make it out to the city main?
Yeah, he made it all the way to the side of the house here.
Okay. But yeah, you can get a good shot of it now, bud. So look, there's the hole right there, and then there's a hole, and then that whole top of that cast is just gone. See it? It's gone right there. Still gone right there. And that's how your gravel's entering in. And then when your family is using the bathroom, all the paper and everything and the waste is snagging up on the gravel. The gravel's half full of the pipe, and that's why
it's not going nowhere.
Yeah, the water is making it through, but then the solids and the paper are getting hung up on the gravel, and that's what's getting you. So jetting this isn't going to do you a lick of good.
Right.
I don't want you guys wasting money. You know.
More than we done already wasted.
So that way you and your wife and you guys aren't having to do this twice, or a third time for that fact. Now
so, can I get your professional opinion?
Yes, sir.
I've looked on YouTube and I've seen like some guys they
line it.
Yeah.
Well, the problem is you've got the gravel in there. The gravel is hard to get out when you're just jetting from one spot. Number one. Because then you're chasing that gravel from here to Kingdom Come.
Right.
Versus if you had a section of the floor cut out and removed, or jackhammered up and removed, and a section of the pipe removed out of the way, then we can jet back upstream and sweep the gravel back into the ditch, and vice versa. We can go downstream, jet, and drag that gravel back to the ditch. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because if not, when you're jetting with the direction of flow, depending on the nozzle that's being used, it can start to sweep it, but then what it does, bud, is it packs it in. You know, you're just balling all that gravel up into one spot. Like with the cable machine, when the gentleman was snaking it, if there's gravel in the line, he's going to basically be thinning it out, but spreading it over a lengthy amount. Versus the jetter's going to want to blow it out and then pack it in there. And then you got to be real careful if the operator doesn't know what he's doing with the jetter. You can pack it in there so tight, now you're dead in the water, because you're constantly having to move that nozzle back and forth to try to sweep and level that gravel out. And it takes hours when you're doing it this way. Now, in answer to your question, you would have to get rid of the gravel, period. And then the second thing is, we already know your pipe's compromised. So if the pipe wall thickness is too thin, when they do go to line it and they expand it, if the integrity of the pipe is so bad, then the liner in itself can't expand because it has nothing to expand to. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And then you would still need at least one opening to get to it. So you would still have to wind up breaking up in there, because this has all been redone, you've got at least one tie-in connection that could be from that floor drain there.
Yeah, he said it
Yes, sir.
drains into
Yep.
the main.
Yeah, because I could see the Y connection.
Yeah, wide.
Coming in from the right.
Mm-hmm.
And then when they go and line it, if they were to start in here,
It
they're
would
going to
block
cut
this.
it. Yeah, but then there's a camera that has like a Dremel cutter. So when they line it, it leaves like a impression of that Y connection. And then they go in, and then that camera turns, and then they buzz it out like a Dremel to reopen that fitting. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
But the cast iron is so rough and compromised, honestly, man, I don't think you'd be able to take a liner. There's one guy that I know that I trust. His name's Rick, and he's with Affordable Plumbing. And his failure rate on liners is like 1%. So when the contractors come in and bid for a liner, they bid it also as if they were going to have to manually break up the floor to replace it, because if that liner fails, they're getting in the floor anyway. So the liners are great, but they're not 100% perfect.
So
But
they'd just be better off busting up the floor.
yes, sir.
Removing everything.
Yep, they'd be better off breaking up the floor where they left off. They're going to have to pull all the plank flooring back up.
Do you think they're gonna have to pull the whole floor up? Or just a remnant?
Well, the way that it snaps together,
Yeah.
if that's the same product, they'll have to pull. I mean, if it was my house, I'd pull it all, because when they go to excavate, they're going to have to put a place for that material. And I wouldn't want somebody just like putting it even on a tarp on top of your plank flooring. You know what I mean? Plus, Bud, the angle that you're going in here, it'd be different if it like turned right here and it went straight. But then, yes, they could probably disconnect all the plank flooring and stuff, take out here, and just remove this section. And the contractor just plastic or whatever here, and that would still give you partial plank flooring for, pretty sure. much further just because of the amount of gravel that's in it.
Yeah.
So you could take a picture right there. There's a hole at the top. I'll put my finger right here so that way it gives you a reference. There's a hole there. And then I'll pull back. Let's see. And then that whole top of the pipe is gone. And then, because you got toilet paper and stuff, look, all right here is gone. Even though it's kind of hard to see.
Mm-hmm.
If I can get a better.
Oh, that dark.
So all that right there is shot. It's gone.
Okay.
But that's what's going on. So the gravel is spreading both directions. And then when your family is using the facilities, all the paper and the waste is getting left behind, and that's why you keep clogging up. So if I were to jet this, it wouldn't do you any good. See, there it is. There's a big old hole right there. You can get a good shot of it there. I had a, watch this, let's see. Yep, right there. The whole top of the pipe's gone.
Right. Yeah.
See it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
There it
I
is.
really see it right there.
Yeah. And the other camera guy didn't catch it?
No, what we seen mostly, we
Yes, sir.
thought we seen a hole on the side here,
Yes, sir.
but all this at the top, we didn't see any of that.
And you may, bud, have holes or splits on this side,
Mhm.
but I can't see that because the gravel is moved up this way
Yeah.
and it's moved that way, and then it's been flattening out.
Yeah.
Make sense?
Yeah. Let me
And
deliver the
then
bad
it's
news.
it's kind of split there too,
Yeah.
where it's starting to narrow off.
Yeah, that's
And
most-
then look, it's still cracked here. See it? And then look, it's gone, bud. It's just gone. It's just all cracked out.
Let me see that one right there.
Yep, that whole spot right in here is gone. Still gone there. Still gone there. It's still gone up there at 12 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
Still gone there. Still gone there. And then you can see it's still gone here. And then there's that
Ooh.
big hole right there. Right there, you got a big hole in the top of that pipe. And then as we come back, it kind of stops, and then it picks back up again. So now all this up here is completely gone. That's how the gravel's getting in.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a good one right there. It's gone. You can see the whole top of that's gone. It's just a cave up there. Yeah, so, but doing the jetting, man, I don't want you and your wife to be wasting money.
Okay.
So we've got it marked. They're just going to have to, man. I know you don't want to hear it. I don't want to have to tell you.
Yeah.
You know, you're a smart cat. You can see it just as well as I can.
Yeah.
They're going to have to pull it.
I just wish I had a little less trust in people.
And that's why we're holding all this water all the way back to it. So when we stuck the camera in there first, like the first 3 foot, 4 foot or so, you were open,
Mm-hmm.
and then we started getting into the water. Well, that's the reason why you're holding water, is because half your pipe's full of gravel. So you're talking, you know, I can't even tell if, I'm assuming that's going to be 4-inch cast underneath that floor, and then they re-ground roughed all this in 3. I presume. I can't see because I'm underwater.
Yeah, I'm not.
Because you're holding water because of the gravel, the amount of gravel that's inside your line.
Mm-hmm.
And all the white stuff that you're seeing is just the toilet paper that's been breaking down, sitting in the water. Because I do not see a bushing or an increaser. I think maybe, no, I still think that's all three too. So
that's all the new stuff.
Yes, sir. That's all the new stuff, and then, like I said, right around the 2 foot marker, you start going underwater because the line's half holding because of the gravel. And we don't come out of the water until I get to that break, bud. So they're gonna have to pull it and then get back into that floor.